Did you know that over 30% of houseplants die from overwatering? Yeah, that's right. It's not just the usual suspects like pests or diseases. Overwatering is a sneaky killer that many plant parents fall victim to. So, what's the deal with root rot? It's a serious condition that affects plant health, and it happens when roots sit in soggy soil for too long. This can lead to a lack of oxygen for the roots, causing them to decay. Today, I'm going to share some super easy watering tips that will help you keep your plants thriving and avoid that dreaded root rot. Now, let's talk about a common misconception. Many people think that if a little water is good, then more water is better, right? Wrong. Our plants need the right balance, and giving them too much water can lead to root rot. This is especially true for popular houseplants like succulents and cacti, which are designed to store water. If you're constantly watering them like a tropical plant, you're setting them up for disaster. Root rot can cause yellowing leaves, wilting, and eventually, plant death. So, knowing the signs and understanding the risks is the first step to being a responsible plant parent. Alright, let's dive into some effective watering tips. First up, always check the soil moisture before watering. Stick your finger about an inch into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. If it's still moist, hold off for a bit. Next, let's talk about pot drainage. Make sure your pots have drainage holes at the bottom. This allows excess water to escape and prevents soggy soil. You might also want to consider using a well-draining potting mix, particularly for plants that are prone to root rot. Now, on to watering schedules. Different plants have different needs. For example, tropical plants usually enjoy more frequent watering than succulents. So, do a little research on your specific plants to find out what they prefer. Setting a routine can really help, but always be flexible and adjust based on the season and humidity levels. And here's the golden tip, the soak and dry method. This technique is super effective for preventing root rot. Basically, you water your plant thoroughly until water seeps out of the drainage holes, then let the soil dry out completely before watering again. This method ensures that the roots get a good drink without sitting in water for too long. It mimics the natural watering cycles that plants experience in their native habitats, promoting healthy root growth and preventing decay. So, to recap, check your soil moisture, ensure proper drainage, research your plant's needs, and don't forget the soak and dry method. These tips are your best friends in the battle against root rot, helping you keep your plants healthy and happy. Now that you're armed with these watering tips, I want to hear from you. What are your go-to watering techniques? Drop them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out my other plant care videos for even more tips and tricks.